We are Lendit, and we have identified three main inefficiencies within our local communities. This is Greg, and he wants to assemble his brand new shelf. He opens his nicely wrapped packaging and realises he doesn't own a screwdriver. He just moved in and doesn't know his neighbours, so he goes online to buy a new one. He spends $9.99 on a brand new screwdriver, which he uses once that year. He does this every time he needs something he doesn't have. There are 18 million people who are regular DIY shoppers just like Greg, spending a total of $6 billion on DIY equipment in the UK. May is cooking some pancakes but realises she's out of eggs. She needs to make a trip to the shops just to get the eggs. On average, people in the UK spend half an hour on shopping each day. Akhil is upgrading his sofa, so wants to get rid of his old one. He can either leave it outside his house or chuck it away. Each year, 670,000 tonnes of furniture is thrown away in the UK.
Lendit is an app which connects you to your neighbours in your block of flats or street and lets you easily lend and share items, keeping track of it all. Greg goes on the Lendit app and asks for a screwdriver. Daniel from Flat 3 gets a notification and he owns a screwdriver which he's happy to share with Greg. They agree on a suitable time for Greg to grab the screwdriver. Greg assembles his shelf and returns the screwdriver the next day as he promised on the Lendit app. May asks for an egg on the Lendit app and Dave, her next door neighbour, happily provides it. May saved the time she would have otherwise spent going to the shops. Akhil shares on Lendit that he's giving away a sofa. Lucy, who lives in the same block of flats as Akhil, has been looking for a sofa and was going to buy one. She sees the sofa on Lendit and collects it straight from Akhil. The sofa is recycled rather than thrown out. Lendit breaks down these initial barriers between neighbours, allowing them to share items easily, saving them the extra time, effort and energy on procuring them. Lendit also ensures that transactions are built on trust, as each user declares to return items in the time frame agreed upon and in good condition.
Intensive research and validation process show that the target market for early adopters would be London University students living in private accommodation. Students are most willing to share, don't have an established network, have low disposable income, and are most receptive to using technology. There are 66 million people in the UK. 2.34 million of these people are university students, with 1.74 million living in private accommodation. From this, an estimated 150,000 are living in London and attainable by Lendit. Lendit aims to gain revenue through advertising. For example, a local hardware store wanting to gain more customer volume could gain access to interested individuals in their area by advertising on Lendit. Similarly, a local cafe could provide a discount as a reward for regular Lendit users. This could make them more favourable compared to other cafes and bring in new customers. Marketing will be a recurring cost as advertising campaigns are focused on universities and students' social media channels. Accounting for this strategy, we predict that our first year marketing costs will be about £12,500. Additional costs will include legal and financial outsourcing, which we predict to be £2,500 for our first year. We are looking for an investment of £80,000. This would cover the cost for the developer and help grow Lendit's customer base and reputation. Thank you, and we hope that together we can create a local sharing economy.